So what are you doing? My name's Jim.
Hi Jim, I'm Tony.
Nice to meet you, Tony.
First ask who is this gentleman here and who is filming for?
Yes,
Filming for myself. It's called Correct Not Political.
Correct
Not Political.
Correct Not Political. Okay.
Maybe you can go for that.
Yeah, so what is that actually?
What is that?
Yes, what is that?
Right.
Correct Not Political.
Yeah. I'll read it to you, sir. We primarily focus on discussing political and social issues in the United Kingdom. Our aim is to provide a balanced, unbiased perspective on various topics such as politics, culture and other societal issues. We produce videos that discuss controversial topics and polarising views on these issues, attempting to provide a factual and data-driven analysis. We also concentrate on debunking myths and misconceptions present in public discourse, exploring different perspectives and voices and promoting intellectual discourse in society at large.
Wow, okay.
Does that sound good?
It does sound good.
That's why I wanted to read it
so
to you.
Is it you individually?
Yes.
Oh,
Sole proprietor.
Okay.
I used to have a cameraman. Miss you, Georgie. But yeah, but yeah, it's just me on my top, mate. So sorry, what's your name again? Tony?
Tony.
Right, I did remember, I just weren't sure. Right, Tony, so what's it all about? What are you doing here today, sir? You're a scientist. You're a scientist.
I am a scientist in my background, yeah. I'm also an engineer.
What sort of scientist?
What sort of science? My background is bioelectronics.
Right.
So that's a mixture of
burning wood
bioscience-
chips.
Not burning wood chips. Bioelectronics is biology, so cells. In
mRNA technology.
No, it's cells like in brain cells,
Right.
as in neurons,
Right.
and interfacing those to silicon chips.
Holy!
Yeah.
So you're like Elon Musk, Bill Gates' top boy.
So yeah, they're going way ahead, aren't they? So
They're going way ahead?
Well, yeah, maybe of where they should be as well.
Oh, you
especially
think?
With Elon Musk and his use of primates?
Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
Probably.
So we shouldn't
not
even have that technology really then?
It's not the technology.
It's the way that
it's
they were
the
trying to test
ethics.
it.
Yeah, so I think...
But you can't, if you'd
well,
never safely be able to test
I
it.
don't know enough detail there, but there's clearly very important questions to be asked. But I was not in that space.
No.
So I was looking at individual neurons, so cells grown in dishes, if you like. Yeah, and interfacing those to silicon chips. That's my background, but that's some time
Sounds
ago.
off the head. How long have you been doing that for, Tony?
So I was doing that for only for about 5 years.
Okay. So what is your scientific credentials?
Yeah.
In what way does that help you into
Yeah.
diagnostics of a climate crisis?
So members of or those affiliated with XR Scientists have a science background, so either we might have PhDs like me and many others.
They can
or
teach it.
Not necessarily teaching it, but so we've studied it, so
Right.
we have our doctorates.
I thought that meant you could teach.
No, it doesn't make you a good teacher at all.
No?
No, one might go on in a university to become a lecturer.
Right.
Yeah? But that doesn't come together. That's an additional skill set on top of just studying science. And
Being able to
doing
communicate
science.
it to people.
Yeah. So that's a skill in itself.
Right.
But so either we have PhDs in a diverse set of subjects or PhD students, so people going into the academic
So it's
world.
more that you've just got the tenacity to actually keep at something and achieve
So what we have,
the ticket, so to
what we
speak.
have in common is an understanding of the scientific method,
Which is
the scientific method
Yes.
is based on hypotheses
Yes.
and showing evidence to support those
support.
to support or
Right.
not.
You struggle to
Yeah,
say
yeah,
it though,
yeah,
Tony.
Yeah. and
Why?
therefore-
Why? I think that's a
and
fundamental
therefore-
importance.
Right, and what
It's
those
to
do-
disprove. Fundamentally,
you can
science
do-
has always been to disprove a
So
theory.
you can show so if you're talking about what we're doing here today, it's to demonstrate.
It's all hypothesis.
No, they are. There is evidence to back up these hypotheses. Yeah,
Such
that climate change is real. Yeah, that there's scientific evidence that demonstrates that it's real. Yeah,
that it's anthropogenic. It's made by man.
Sorry.
That is causation is anthropogenic.
Yeah.
You
exactly.
reckon there is enough evidence to suggest
Absolutely.
that? Absolutely.
Yeah. So you have a planet full of scientists who, through the way science is done, have published papers that are peer-reviewed. So ultimately, you have a whole planet of scientists that don't all agree with each other, but broadly, it's almost a consensus that this is the case.
Do you know what happens if someone gets taken on by the IPCC and after they do a bit of research they decide that they don't really want to be involved anymore? Do you know what happens to them?
No, tell me.
Well, their name doesn't get removed from like the 2000 PhDs or whatever they got scientists. It gets kept on the piece of paper.
Is that because they've been associated with that work?
Probably, but the point is that they don't stand by it
anymore.
No.
But they did publish with their name. They published a paper with their name.
But for instance, if you put something into Nature or any sort of sort of journal, and then it gets disproved.
Okay.
All right.
So there's another paper that shows contrary evidence.
But he doesn't want to put his name to it. He doesn't want to be involved
anymore,
in that. No.
In his old paper that he or she published.
Yeah.
Well, it's very difficult to unpublish something. Your confidence should come at the point where you want to put your name to a piece of work.
Right.
You can't
Can you be propagandized though?
Can a piece of work?
Can a person, a human being, be propagandized in such a way?
I don't know that term. What does that term mean?
To consume content, propaganda, and then have it invoke emotional, actual action response in you. Do you know?
I don't understand.
Right. So people watch stuff.
Yeah.
And
generally people watch stuff?
People consume content, whatever the content may be, yes, and that content has an effect on their being, in their stomach and in their mind, and then after they've had this feeling in their stomach and in their mind, they then go on to cause another cause of action, whatever that may be, but it's as a result of this content that they've consumed that has propagandized them. Do you understand the concept?
Yeah, I've not heard the word before.
No, I probably made it up.
Did you? Okay, maybe. That's a nice word, even if you did make it up. Well, propagandised.
It's coined.
Did I use that correctly?
I coined it. Well, I don't mind how you use it.
Propagandised. Okay, so I'm not familiar with the word.
No, what propaganda is.
But so you're saying that you sort of absorb information and it makes you act in a certain way.
I'm saying I reckon there's a large amount of the population that
so the connection
happen.
So you were talking about the connection of having published a paper and then no longer supporting your own work. Yeah. So
the reason for bringing propaganda into it was the work that you've taken up in good faith. Yes. You've done the work with the IPCC in good faith. Yeah. You've realised after you've put it down for publishing, you've realised that you've been you've consumed the propaganda.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Do you see that?
The thing is that I understand that the IPCC looks at what work has been done by scientists worldwide and will basically assimilate those publications, but they're not doing the work themselves. So there are editors, there are contributors towards what the IPC is doing, but what they are doing is looking at the work that's been done by other organisations.
Right. Yeah? Can I ask you something a bit separate, Tony? Last question.
Go on.
Being a part of Extinction Rebellion,
yes.
Are you fearful of going extinct? as a civilization, society, whatever you want to call it.
So,
do you think we're going to go extinct?
So as a complete as a species? In its entirety, no. But there are. But let's face it. You haven't asked another related question, which are there other species that we share our planet with that are going to become entirely extinct? The answer is absolutely yes.
I reckon we're going to go extinct.
Okay, it's
because of the drop in fertility rate.
Possibly.
It's halved in 70 years.
Not my area of expertise.
No, but this is what I mean. You're scientists, so look into it. It's halved in 70 years.
Right.
Fertility rate globally.
Okay. Yeah.
So we've got more
I know
chance.
It's lowered.
No, it's halved.
Halved. Okay.
In 70 years.
Okay.
Tony.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'm speaking with urgency because it's urgent.
Yeah.
Right. This may be urgent.
You're worried for the human species specifically.
Predominantly.
That we're going to become
extinct.
I mean, I don't have that information. So
well, look it
I'm
up.
listening to what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people.
Do you believe the BBC?
Not always,
Not
because
always.
they don't always support
what you want to hear
with evidence. So.
And then there's one guy, I think he came charging behind.
Sometimes, so fertility, yeah, okay. So that's what you're saying about the fertility.
I'm saying that it's
I knew it dropped, but I don't know.
4.7 to 2.1 in 70 years, over half.
And do they say why that is?
Probably because of people in there.
Yeah.
Feeding us poison and spraying us with poison.
There's a lot of factors.
Yeah.
So pollution. Is,
yes,
absolutely.
Right.
Again, not my field. Never was my field. So there are a lot of. There's so many ways that life on this planet is being impacted, whether it's our species or every other species on the planet.
But fundamentally, do you think that us going extinct due to fertility is a good thing or a bad thing?
Do I think the human?
You want more humans, don't you?
Do I think that it's a
good thing
that
fertility rates are dropping? Some people have told me they do think it's a good thing. This is why I'm asking the scientist. That's why I said you don't. That's why I put it in your mouth.
No, it's not.
I assumed as much. I hoped as much. I hoped as much.
Because there's a lot of there's going to be couples, aren't there, that are very upset by not being able to have children, and why should they not be able to have children? Whereas
responsibly.
Right, okay, now you're moving on again. Responsibly.
Well, like not too many children or something, I suppose. Well, I don't know. I'm just trying to think how your head works. Like,
but you've also got, like in this country, freedoms to do kind of what you want.
Right.
So now now you're sort of almost cornering me into an area I know nothing about, but you have freedoms to do what you like in this country, and we're very privileged to be in a nation where we can do that.
Only for so long, yeah.
We don't cap the number of children.
You need to see this as well, Tony.
Go on then, show me.
This is what it's about, dissemination, mate.
Yeah.
We have these freedoms. Mark my words, not for long. Have you seen this report?
No, what is that?
Maybe you should. Right, this is a climate scientist who hasn't seen the report.
No, I can't see. I can't even see the screen.
Absolute zero.
2050.
Yes.
So what does it say? Energy.
This is government. That's what we'll concentrate on.
That's just a media name that they don't use. You can find it from the correct non-traditional.
This says about the government that have put it on. Yeah, government aiming to support 20% cut. Right. Yeah. But the point is, they want to shut. Right. But no. But this is for your photo data. You can look that up.
Right.
And find that paper by UK Fires.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope you do, Tony. Absolute zero by UK Fires, and read it. You don't have to read far. Yeah. They're going to close all the airports in 10 years, and they're going to stop people from eating beef and lamb.
Who's they?
The government. They're going to policy. They're going to legislate.
are they?
No, that's not true.
That's not true?
I'm just listening.
Misrepresented.
So,
That's absolutely.
what's this?
The
One moment.
absolute zero report.
Yeah.
That is what things might be possible,
Might be possible.
might
So
be
I'm
doable,
listening,
but
yeah.
not. Well, sorry, but
That's-
you know, I'm
so-
a bit suspicious about this guy because I think I've seen him before.
Okay, so as a scientist,
He's basically taking the piss and misrepresenting things.
Misrepresent who?
Well,
The government report.
that is not a government report.
It's not a government report. It's
I
not
can't
been
even
sanctioned
see-
by the government.
I can't see it.
Who made it?
It's an independent group of researchers.
Can I scroll in?
Please.
UK fires.
So what's that then?
engineering and so
Well, it's just a.
sorry. So this has got EPSR. So this has got EPSRC
Right, what does that
funding.
mean? What does that mean?
So it's a research council. So
Right. Government funded or no?
so it's on this website. It is government money. Yeah.
It is government money, so
But
Okay,
do
okay,
I get an apology?
No, I can see
No,
a logo.
okay.
I don't
I
get an
can.
apology.
I can see a
No,
logo.
no, you don't. You don't get an apology.
Oh,
because,
amazing.
okay, the government has not.
There you go, Tony.
It's not said this is what we're going to do.
Okay, well, I'm sorry if you feel like I misrepresented it, sir. But I'm just a layman trying to disseminate what I know to be the truth. And that is, within the next 10 years, the government
No,
are
you're
going to
saying-
they're going to
You know it
legislate.
to be the truth.
I have a good understanding that the World Health Organisation, the World Economic Forum are going to make it happen. If the government are saying it, then they're going to make it
Is
happen.
it the New World Order?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so is it?
So I can see a logo.
Hang on, you look
Go on.
awfully upset. I'm sorry, Tony. No,
it's okay.
please.
So I
please.
think probably I should move on, but I can see an EPSRC logo
right.
there, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they have received the funding and that it's government.
I think it actually
policy.
says it in there.
Does it?
Yeah, I
Does
think
it?
when I read it,
Well, I
when I
don't
read it, I
know
think
the
I've seen
website.
it. That's
I
why
would
I'm
have to
saying
read
it.
Right,
you
I would have to read
No,
it.
listen, Tony.
Yeah. Thanks very much.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Cheers,
So
mate.
I think one thing is, as a scientist, we generally like to listen and
Have
learn,
yes.
and
I respect
learn new
it.
things.
I respect that. Thank you.
But then we're also skeptics.
Of course, of course.
And that I haven't been able to.
No, please do look into it though.
Okay, right.
And the CEE bill, because they're trying to tell everyone the CEE bill is a good thing. In reality, it says that the minister has to listen to what you're saying, but they don't have to act on what you're saying. So the CEE bill is a big con as well. All right.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Very much.